Is this a surprising menu update?
Princess and the Bear here. We're at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort. And being that we're here, it's a very easy guess to imagine why we're here.
We're going to Three Bridges.
Yes, the menu is updated, and the princess basically ran out the door and dragged me with her. So it's your number one choice in food and entertainment. We're here to try the things so you don't have to. Because remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Let's go to the place where the bridges connect.
It's time to foodie and chill. This is my first time trying salsa at Three Bridges. They historically have never had salsa, so this is interesting. This is like the vegan thing that's listed as the appetizer now. It looks very chunky. It's giving me like paste vibes with extra cilantro on top. It definitely tastes like paste, like medium hot salsa. It's like that same like chunkiness and thickness, and there's peppers in here. There's a lot of cilantro too. I think it's nice. I don't know if it's my favorite salsa here. I think it's a little too much on the spicy side. I think you should be able to choose like your heat level on the salsa, but I think like somebody like Bear that has no gauge for heat will enjoy this salsa very much. For me, it's just a little bit too much on the spicy side. I would give it like a 3 out of 5 chips and salsa.
I really feel like a smallest change. Three Bridges trickles or trips a ripple, ripples a trick. Trip to line sends a ripple throughout all of Walt Disney World in waves. Because if we see a change here, we're going to start expecting changes everywhere. We like our salsa like we like our plant-based burgers, a little bit of meat on it. A little thickness to it, a little jiggle in its wiggle. A little bit of like, what would we call it? Diversity in its ingredients. Look at that. The color, the thickness. That's not aluminum liquidy salsas. That's a thicken. Thick. I see little bits of jalapeno floating around in there, along with some seeds, which does give it a little bit of heat. I give it like a 3.5, maybe a 4 out of 10 on the heat scale. But with it comes some flavor. Definitely not a pre-bottled salsa. This is definitely mixed in ingredients. It tastes fresh, it tastes crisp. This is the things we come to expect from Three Bridges. It's bridging the gap of flavor. Give that 4 out of 5 plus.
This corn dip is what brought us here today because one of you asked us, is the corn dip still vegan because it's a trio? And the answer is yes. So I'm thinking you could switch the queso in this trio for salsa and make it an all vegan trio, but we didn't do that because Bear is here, so we got both. I'm gonna just dip into this. Now they did change this recently. The last time that we came, they added like some roasted red pepper to it, which kind of changes the vibe a little bit, but there's Tajin too. It tastes like the normal corn dip that we love and appreciate, the kind that we got at Sangre University, the kind that you just want to have and hold forever and ever. This is the corn dip of dreams. This is the magic. I would give it a 5 out of 5. It is a Princessities item. I don't even mind the red peppers in it. I think they're smoked to perfection, and they just add to the dip.
One of my biggest worries in the reimagining this corn dip, being that they're making a trio, is that they would shrink it to like a third of the size of what it was, and then made the trio the size of what one corn dip would have normally been. Luckily, no, it's just 3 normal sized dips. You're just getting 3. So those of you that were afraid to eat the corn dip because you saw a little leaf sitting next to it now have no excuse. You have cheese, you have guac, you have corn dip. All the beautiful things. Corn dip first. Corn always dips first. That's the rule here at Three Bridges. Or it's our rule, anyway. Normally, this bowl would already be gone. That nice roasted corn dip we've come to love. It still maintains that smoky flavor. A little sprinkle of the plant-based cheese on top. Consistently consistent. It has changed over the years, but luckily it hasn't disappeared on us. Get you somebody as loyal as this corn dip. 5 out of 5 plus. It's still on necessities list. You get any dip here, or eat any dip here, it should be this. Queso, queso, queso. You know, you get yourself a queso tasting, but you can also get the queso on the menu with chorizo. So you have that option should you want it. This has become a very dippable restaurant. Dip your fingers in before you get entranced by the rest of the menu. So why not a nice white queso? A little bit in there, just a teeny bit. Cheeseheads rejoice. Queso is in fact queso. I'm not really getting any sort of like spice or a kick with it, but it does have a complexity of flavor that we're used to with queso. Well seasoned, nice and thick, not runny. It has potential. I imagine with the chorizo, the natural spice of chorizo might make it a little bit spicier, but this as it is not a bad choice. I'll give it 3.5 out of 5 plus.
So the guacamole for vegans is now only in the trio. So again, I say get it with the salsa instead of the cheese. Go hard on the tajin. Hopefully this is good because the last couple times I've had this guac has not been good. The guac is really creamy and tajin gives it like a nice kick, but like it doesn't taste like anything. It just tastes like a blank slate. It could literally be anything. It could be cheese. It could be salsa. It could be corn dip. It's just blank slate. So I don't know. I haven't really had a good guac here. The only place that we really had good guac in the last year on Disney property has been like Rosa Mexicano because you can control the like ingredients because they make it tableside. Other than that, it has kind of been a fail. And I kind of feel like this is a baby fail, so 3 out of 5 guacamoles.
Guacamole would be a miss if not included in every Spanish-inspired restaurant, at least the option for some guacamole, because what's more millennial than mushed avocado with seasonings? Dive right in here to the green mush. If you told me it was mushed peas, I'd probably flip this table. Luckily, they told me it's guac, so everybody here is safe. I feel like it's too light a hand. Like, it's definitely obviously smashed avocado. There's a small contingent of lime in there. I do see a couple of onions in there, but it's not enough to add any real flavor to the guacamole itself. Tajin is nice, but without the rest of the ingredients sort of carrying their weight, the avocado itself is doing most of the work. It's like being the hardest working member of a crew of complete morons, almost. I'd give it 2.75 out of 5 plus. Three Bridges can do better.
So despite the menu changes, Three Bridges tacos are still the best of the best. So I'm taking this impossibly filled taco and I'm gonna fill it even more. I'm using the baby spoon, putting some rice, throwing some beans in there. We're gonna do some of this onion, light onion, not super much onion. Got some vegan cheese. Let's throw some vegan cheese up in there. Yeah. And then there's all these salsas, which I'm gonna do just a baby amount, I think. Yes. And then a little bit of lime. This is how you Impossible Taco. This is like literally the best taco on Walt Disney World property. Period. End of story. Unless you're not adult meats. That is one delicious taco. I have no notes. I love the taco shell. I love the seasoning of the Impossible, the beans, the rice. Everything about this is amazing. This is my dream come true. Everybody should get these tacos if you come to Coronado. It is a 5 out of 5. It is a Princessity's item. Order the tacos.
At this point, these Impossible tacos are grandfathered into our hearts. As long as they remain, they will probably remain king unless something drastic happens to them. Still the trusty Impossible meat. The vegan cheese is really what sets them apart, and then the addition of the sauces and the beans and everything else. It's everything they combine to make like a taco megazord, if you will. That's the reason why we're the favorite on property. Easily 5 out of 5 applause. They're still on the necessities list. There's no better vegan tacos. Anyway.
This is the new poke bowl. There is a mango lime sauce that I put on the side because Bear is allergic to mango. But I just wanted to do the tofu here. It's got some grilled pineapple. We got avocado, some pickled veggies, beautiful rice, some cucumbers, and some plantain chips. Let's see how it tastes. It's very similar to the old poke bowl, but also a little bit different. You have a different like citrus flavoring to it, but it's not that bad. I really like the tofu. I think the way that they crust and season the tofu is delicious. I would give it a 4 out of 5 poke bowls. It is delicious.
So this poke bowl in name only. As long as they've had these here, I've never really considered these to be poke bowls. They're a rice bowl with poke fixings. I've seen a lot of different types of poke. This is literally just a rice bowl, which isn't a bad thing. It's truth in naming. Go ahead and try to pick up some of the things. Get the rice, get some of the tofu, maybe a little bit of this avocado and this radish here. It's no Chili Canteen tofu, but it is in fact breaded tofu. It comes off a little less crispy, a little soggy, but we did just have like a monster monsoon that wet half the table, so I'm not going to fault the bowl for that. It is a tofu bowl. It's an option if you want it, but it's just not a poke bowl. 2.75 out of 5 applause. This is the brand new salad. It replaces the wedge salads they had previously. You used to be able to get the wedge salad with like different proteins, the chicken, shrimp. You even get with tofu or steak. Now it's either the chicken or steak with like a fresh berry salad and seasonings. I got it with the chicken. Just dive right in. Straight away, the chicken's looking a little bit on the dry side. But I have faith in this restaurant, so I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt. I'm going to catch some berries, I'm going to catch some lettuce, I'm going to catch some chicken. It is a very beautiful salad, berry filled, berry forward. The berries are the main flavor with the strawberries, the blackberries that are in there. Chicken is not dry, but it's just plain chicken. There's no real seasoning tied into the bowl. It's just like cooked chicken that was laid on top. The lettuce is lettuce and a little bit of cheese you get on top. Gives it a nice complexity, layering of flavor. It's a good salad. I don't know if I like it more than the wedge salad it replaces, but it's a thought-provoking salad option. Give it 3.5 out of 5 applause. Three Bridges is still our backup of the backup.
And it's so delicious.
We always enjoy coming here. We always recommend everybody else coming here, but we know what you guys think. Given what you've seen, do you think it's time for you to visit Three Bridges? Let us know in the comments below. As always, if there's anything else you'd like to see us do, that will always be a place to find us. Hit that notification bell to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear might yeet himself into the ether.
You heard the girl.